Good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, August 25th, 2014. My name is Tim Bartos. This is my guest, Bob Gerard, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Bob in just a minute. But first of all, this is a live web chat. Perhaps you're joining us for the first time. Maybe you've logged on. We do this once a month, so maybe you've logged on in the past. But this is a live web chat. We want to take questions from you. And we try to tie this into the segment that I do each week during the noon news with Liz Bishop each and every Monday. And we call that 6 on Seniors. And we talk about all kinds of things that are related to seniors, to caregivers, and everybody else in between. And so we try to tie the web chats into the topic of the week. And today we talked about depression and Parkinson's disease. And there are two ways that you can reach us here at the station. We are live right now at the CBS 6 stations on Balltown Road in Niskayuna. There are two ways that you can reach us. We'd love to take your questions or comments. Maybe you just want to tell us something. You can send us through email, and that is right here, chat@cbs6albany.com. chat@cbs6albany.com. What could be easier if you're familiar with using email at all? And another way that you can reach us is through the CBS 6 Facebook page. You can send us questions or comments through there. And if you haven't liked CBS 6 Facebook page yet, be sure to do so. We're close to 100,000. I think they have something like 92,000, getting close to 100. So we'd love to have you like that. And while you're liking that page, you may want to like the Baptist Health Nursing and Rehabilitation Center Facebook page as well. We have a page, and our assisted living, Judson Meadows, has a Facebook page. We'd love for you to like both of those as well. All right. Bob, thank you so much for coming down here today.
Thank you, Tim. Who are you calling a senior? That's not you. That's not you.
No,
maybe me, but
no,
not
it's
you.
not you. It's not you.
Okay.
But anyway, Bob, thank you so much for coming down. I want to tell our viewers just a little bit about Bob Gerard, right?
Correct.
Bob has been one of the foremost and acclaimed drummers in the Capital Region since he came here in 1986.
Correct.
Right? Okay. And he has certainly been, he's known not only for his extraordinary percussion talents, but also for promoting the local music scene. You worked for the city of Albany, is that right?
That's correct, sir.
And you were very...
I'm still alive to talk about it.
You're still alive to talk about it, right. And you were very instrumental in helping to get the Alive at 5 concerts started, and they're still alive today. And
also correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I don't get any residuals from that.
No, nothing? Huh.
I was hoping that, that turned out to be an economic...
It did, yes, it certainly
wonderful
did.
Thing
it turned out to be a wonderful thing for the city.
Still waiting for the check, but
it hasn't come yet. But no, that's great that you were instrumental in helping get that started. I'd certainly be very, very proud of that. In 2003, which has been now 11 years,
That's
11
correct.
years, Bob was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and his focus necessarily had to change in significant ways. However, in 2012, a couple years ago, Bob it's Monday, I can't get it out, underwent DBS, or deep brain stimulation, brain surgery at Albany Medical Center, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. But he's got a very distinguished career, and you have interviewed a number of famous musicians, most notably Paul McCartney.
that's correct.
And I got to tell you, I'm a little jealous because I got to see Paul McCartney in concert here in Albany. I think it was the weekend of the 4th of July, but I didn't get to meet him, and you interviewed him, so that must have been quite a thrill.
Yeah.
Quite
I
a
didn't
thrill.
get to meet. I was able to go to the concert thanks to my girlfriend's son, but I didn't get to meet him either. But just seeing him, tying it together with the interview a few years prior, was a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'll never forget it. I know you said the same thing.
Yes, I was just going to say, it was a great concert, and we were just chatting.
Best concert I've seen in, I can't remember.
But I couldn't agree more. And we were just chatting before we went on live here that no matter where you sat in the house, even the worst seats were the best seats,
right,
because the music was outstanding.
Music was it.
That was it. It was just outstanding. So anyway, well, let's Let's get right into this, Bob. When did you get diagnosed with Parkinson's disease? I know I just
August
mentioned it.
2003.
Okay, so
Actually, I was doing something I love to do, drum.
Okay.
I noticed I was hitting my cymbal, and I noticed that my hand froze up, and then my arm froze up. And I didn't think too much of it. So I went to my local general practitioner, and he said, "Oh, I'll assign you to a neurologist." Went to see a neurologist. He said, "Oh, you have carpal tunnel syndrome. That's very common for drummers or for people that use their hands like computers."
Which is true. It is, yes. But
so what happened? They kept diagnosing it as carpal tunnel for months at a time, and they kept giving me muscle relaxants, and the situation, the scenario remained the same. Finally, I went back to my general practitioner. I said, "Doc, I don't know what to do." He says, "Well, I'll send you to another neurologist."
Sure.
So I went to another neurologist, and I'll never forget, it was in August. It was in Troy, New York. And he said to me, I went in, they gave, see, with Parkinson's, they have to eliminate things. It's like an allergy test almost. They give you a lot of these tests, and what you don't have...
I know it's not something that they can diagnose easily,
It's not an easy diagnosis. So, in fact, if you speak to Parkinson's people, people that have the disease, you'll notice that a lot of them were misdiagnosed. So, at any rate, what happened, he said, "I'm sorry to tell you this, but I hate to tell you this, knowing that you're a musician, but he says you have Parkinson's disease." So, and recently, it was found out that Robin Williams had depression, because he supposedly had Parkinson's, and he wasn't telling anybody about that.
Well, no, I don't think anyone of us knew that.
I didn't want to tell anybody either when it happened to me, and yes, you do go into funk. To the extent of wanting to take one's life, I pray and hope that nobody out there is even considering that. It's not worth it. Life is so precious.
I concur.
We must hold on to it. At any rate, it was a tough time for me. The depression sunk in, and my physical abilities started to deteriorate a little bit. But I made a couple of left turns and got onto the Albany Med program. And through meds for a few years, I was doing pretty well.
So I just want to go back to when it first hit you. I mean, did you become depressed almost instantly, or were you in denial for a while?
I'll never forget the day I found out. I went over to my girlfriend's house. I sat down and started crying. I told her. She did the same thing. It's not a death sentence, but it's like a slow, long, drawn-out end.
Yes.
But I don't want to be negative. I have to be positive. We must remain positive, and that's why I'm here today. And
I've said that for years. And I was chatting with you before we went live, and I was telling you that my own dad had Parkinson's. It's not a death sentence. It's something that you can live with for many years. Many years. But as you say, it can certainly bring on depression.
Emotionally and physically taxing, but you can live. It beats being under the ground.
That's right.
Being above ground is much more much more pleasant.
Any day, that's right. Wow. So you told your girlfriend, and I was we're just going back to the depression. Did that kind of just hit you all at once, or did that kind of come on slowly? Or?
Well, yeah, it's slowly, because you start finding out things changed in your body. How come I can't reach for this? Why is my hand shaking? Why is my arm frozen? And all these questions you ask yourself. And why is my leg stopping? Why is my... I remember that Robert Klein bit. Remember that bit?
Help me remember.
I can't stop my leg.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I always refer to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my case, I can't start my leg.
Sure. So